First off, I want to thank the brave men and women who work behind the wall. I want to thank them on a national level because their job goes unrecognized.
How do they try to turn a guard?
Well, correctional officer. Sorry, I apologize. But correctional officer. How you guys doing today? It's Anthony Gangi, host of Tear Talk. Good episode today, guys. We're going to talk about not misusing the tools that we need to de-escalate. We have to fight hard for these tools. And it's sad when one person does something foolish with it and the facility decides to, you know what, take it away from everybody. Or going as far as the agency may decide to take it away from everybody. So it's a very important topic. Also, guys, the Tear Talk hats came in. They're here. If you guys are interested, email me at gangianthony@yahoo.com and I'll send you a PayPal link, and the hats cost $25. All right, guys, so stand by for our sponsor. When we come back, we're going to be discussing the importance of not misusing the tools that we need to de-escalate situations. And guys, Tear Talk's for you, brave men and women that work in corrections. So please subscribe, interact, engage, comment, hit that bell. The bell's going to notify you every time I post a video. Stand by for our sponsors. When we come back, we'll discuss the importance of not misusing those tools.
I wanted to attend a university that had an intelligence program. I wanted to look at problems different. I wanted to increase my critical thinking abilities. AMU offered those avenues to expand. Obtaining your degree as an adult, you're actually paying yourself and investing in yourself. You can't put a dollar on it, it's priceless. It's something that can never be taken away from you.
American Military University. Learn from the leader.
Thank you guys for listening to our sponsor. So I got a very interesting email the other day from a sergeant who is always training other sergeants. He's been a sergeant for many years, doesn't want to move up, but he always likes to train people that are just becoming that introductory level to being a supervisor. And recently, as he was touring a dorm with the new supervisor, the supervisor in training, he noticed the supervisor whip out the baton, take it out, and start walking with the baton out, kind of just hitting it on his hand as this new sergeant was doing his rounds. So the sergeant that was training said, you know, you don't need to take that out right now. There's no need to have that out. I've done these tours many times. You know, right now, the moment you did that, all the inmates kind of became on edge and became very aggressive. And then the sergeant said something that I was taught: you're only going to pull out that baton if you need to use it. Well, the other sergeant turned around and said, no, when I'm walking this dorm, this is my constructive authority, having this baton out. And of course, I'm going to disagree with that, but we'll love your thoughts on that. But the reason why I brought up this story is because it reminds me of people that misuse the equipment that we fight hard to get. You know, in corrections, there really is no consistency with the tools of de-escalation. I always use that when I have to sell the tools that we need to survive. I want people to know that these aren't tools to be aggressive with. These are tools to de-escalate a situation. These are tools that provide us to go a level up so we can go ahead and bring it back down. But with that said, again, always telling people that these are tools of de-escalation. We have to fight to get these tools. I mean, it's sad to say, but a lot of people don't want these tools going into our hands because, again, first off, use of force is never pretty. We all know that. But second thing is, it's sad that they don't trust us. And again, that's because the biased media puts us in this perception that, you know, we're aggressive Neanderthals. So God forbid you give us a tool that we need to save lives and to save the lives of others. Well, we're just going to wind up misusing that tool. So with that said, anytime that we misuse a tool that we fight to get, a tool that in some cases people have sacrificed their lives to get these tools, when someone misuses these tools, people are going to be quick to take those tools away because they don't want to put those tools in our hands. So with that said, let's say you have OC and it took a while for you to finally get that OC. Now, people on the outside, they don't want us with that. But having said that, that's because they don't know the professionals we are. So all of a sudden you get this person who's very unprofessional, misuses the OC. Now, that's a tool that we need to protect ourselves. Now, this person who misuses it, they wind up becoming the example of who we all are, generally, which is sad, but it's true. And now we wind up all losing that tool because of that one individual who decided to be a fool with it. So now all that hard work of getting this tool, all the steps we had to take to move forward, I'll tell you something, guys, it moves backwards a lot quicker. So we could strive forever to get forward, but it takes one stupid action from one individual to lose all that momentum, all that progress. So now the sad thing is this person that decides to be a fool with a tool that we need to de-escalate now puts our lives at risk. Because here I am, I'm professional. I never misuse a tool. I do what I'm supposed to do and employ the tools when necessary. But all of a sudden now this person does something foolish, and then I come to work one day and now they're collecting my OC. Maybe the facility decided to do it, or maybe the agency decided to do it, whatever the case may be. Now because this person does something foolish, I can't protect myself. Now the tool gets taken from me. Now I believe that's very unfair. And I believe that management decides to do that. I disagree with that. I think that you should go after the individual who decide to misuse it and don't punish us all collectively. But unfortunately, in some cases, that may not be how it works. There's still a lot of facilities or a lot of agencies that follow that primitive practice because, again, when someone misuses that tool, the public's going to push to generalize that and say that tool should never be in the hands of any prison guard. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take away that tool from everyone. We tried it. It was a pilot program. It's just too much of a risk. So now you get that one person who did something foolish, that now their foolish actions have wind up making it harder for us to get home safely, if you will, and kind of pushes away the fight that we've been fighting so long to get these tools. And it minimizes the sacrifice that people have made to get these tools. So again, guys, I want us to all be aware of the fact that our actions are never just our actions. And going back to that story of the person that bringing out that baton, saying it's constructive authority, is it? Is it really? Because I was always taught, you bring out that baton, you better use it. And that's why those inmates, when that person whipped out that baton for no reason, just on a regular, dorm tour, no acts of aggression, all the inmates got on edge. In some case, that may actually cause the inmates to become aggressive. This one sergeant did his tour for years, never had a problem. Again, sergeant's always on point, always on his toes, but walked the dorm with no issues. Whatever conversation you had to have from point A to point B made it out. First time ever this happened. First time ever someone decided, I'm going to take out that baton, and then all the inmates have a reaction to it, and now this sergeant has been touring this dorm for years, like, wow, why would you do that? But with that said, I thought this was an interesting dialogue. I wanted to kind of throw it by you guys, ask you guys what you thought about, first off, that beginning scenario, and secondly is, does your facility still practice that, where if someone misuses the tool, they're so quick to take that tool from everybody, and therefore someone else does something foolish and now I'm getting in trouble, now you're risking my life? I think it's an unfair practice. But also, I think it's foolish for that one person to do something foolish with the tools that we have fought so hard to get. Again, I'd love to hear your thoughts. As always, guys, the show is Tier Talk. If you haven't, please subscribe, interact, engage, comment, hit that bell. The bell's going to notify you every time I post a video. Stay safe.